All right, good afternoon, everybody. My gosh, Governor, what a beautiful day, and look at the crowd. I can look out and see senators. I see Senator Phillips. I see Senator Stover. I see Delegate uh, Mazzocchi. I got it right. I've been saying that all day. I'm going to butcher her name. Thank you for helping me there. We've got our sheriff of Logan County. We got the mayor of Logan here. We got members from our EDA. Brenda's with us. There's several other dignitaries in sight. I can see Secretary Ward. I can see Tim Sadowski representing the Department of Transportation. And, oh gosh, look at all the guys in brown back there, Governor. So we've got a great day planned. And I tell you what, this is a day we've been waiting on for quite a while. You may have noticed on the way in the sign that says Hatfield-McCoy Access Point. We're finally proud to be able to say, here we go. So this has been a great collaboration. The Department of Tourism, led by Chelsea Ruby and her staff, the Division of Highways, led by Secretary Riston, Secretary Ward with the DEP, Jeff Lusk, Hatfield-McCoy Trails, our DNR State Park section, all have played a part in getting us here today and getting us to the finish line on this trail that we're so happy to finally see become a reality in this area. And Governor, what we see as we look out at the lodge parking lot today, I see a lot of empty parking spots. We believe this is going to have a significant impact on the visitation at this park because now anybody that rides that Bear Wallow section of trail has direct access to this state park. And that is a win for us, I think. So thank you for all your support. I know that's something that has been really big, that we want to get as many people in our state parks as we can, and this is just one way to do it, especially in this area with the numbers of users in this trail system. And Jeff's going to come up in a minute and talk about it. But this connector trail, with the help of Jeff's team, cost nearly $100,000 to put in, and they designed this trail to minimize impact with other users so that all user groups can enjoy this beautiful state park. And I will tell you, I know you can't join us on the trip, but when we do get you back, you'll see some of the most breathtaking views on this connector trail that we have. This is not such a shabby view behind these folks here either. I know that's got my attention right now, thinking about maybe, could I hear an elk bugle in the distance? You know, we're not that far away. I'm just kind of yapping about that. But anyway, this trail system is phenomenal. So, Jeff, would you come up and talk a little bit about it and how this thing happened and what your team has done?
The director said I only have an hour, so I'll try not to use all of it. So, and thank you, Director. And the Director's right. This has been a partnership. And as he said, I'm Jeffrey Lusk. I'm the Executive Director of the Hatfield-McCoy Trail System, and this is a great day for state parks. It's a great day for the Hatfield-McCoy Trails. This connector, it's going to increase ridership on our trail system. It's going to create visitation to this state park. It's going to increase the occupancy at your lodge. And last year, our Hatfield-McCoy Trail System sold over 90,000 permits. 80% of those permits were sold to non-West Virginia residents. That's 75,000 people now have the option of staying right here at Chief Logan State Park Lodge and riding out on our trail. And I'm going to tell you, Director, I promise you that company's coming. And this connector was built, as I say, with our staff. We had Derek Browning, who was over the layout and design of it. We had our field crew from our Bear Wallow system, Taryn Kahn, Chester Perry, our equipment operator, and their supervisor, C. Scott. These folks did an amazing job on building this, and I think we ought to all give them a hand right now because they were the boots on the ground to get out and actually make this happen. And with that, I want to do one other thing, which is thank the governor. This will be probably my last opportunity, Governor, to thank you. But Governor Justice, one other hat I wear is I'm chairman of our State Tourism Advisory Council, formerly the State Tourism Commission. Was appointed to that over 7.5 years ago by the governor. And I will tell you, of my tenure in 30-some years in state government, there's never been a governor more committed to tourism. Governor Justice, in his faith and wisdom, appointed Chelsea Ruby 7.5 years ago to be our Secretary of Tourism. She has done an amazing job. And Governor, you have been a leader for the tourism industry in our state. You are the state's #1 cheerleader and the #1 person out in front when we have new tourism projects. And I just want to say, you know, on behalf of the Hatfield-McCoy Trail System and every tourist destination in the state, you are so appreciated by all of us for your commitment to tourism in West Virginia. We've grown tourism every year while you've been at the helm. It's going to continue to grow. The investments that have been made have just been amazing. And on behalf of myself, the Hatfield-McCoy Trail System, and really every tourist attraction in the state, I want to say thank you for your leadership. It's been huge And it's been a big reason West Virginia has become a tourism destination for folks all over the country. And that 90,000 annual permits sold, we wouldn't have hit that number without your leadership. So thank you.
Jeff, you're absolutely correct. And I will add, your track record is proven as well. We've had a long partnership at Cabway Lingo State Forest, and that trail system has been the one that opened the door, and we are very proud of it. I believe wholeheartedly in everything that Jeff said, that the visitation is coming. And we do look forward to not only this project, but a couple of future projects we have talked about. So hopefully we can get the governor to announce another one before he gets out of office, or maybe even a little ways down the road. But Governor, Jeff's right. How many times have you heard us say, you're the only one that's invested the time and effort into tourism? He is spot on. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Jeff and I have both been around that a long time, and you are the guy that had the belief that we could do these things. And Governor, we can't thank you enough. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the governor of this great state of West Virginia, our friend Jim Justice.
Gosh, it's if I were to be brutally honest with you, I would just tell you just this. It's been the honor of my life, to be your governor in many, many, many ways. But I can tell you that some way, somehow, you got to keep it going, because we have made real strides. And I would tell you, whether it's our senators or our House members or secretaries or mayors or whatever, all of you, and all you great people in the back, you make us look so good over and over and over and over. Now, just stay with me just 1 second, because this is something that is so easy for me to talk from. In the very beginning days, I really honestly believe with all in me that God above uses all of us all the time to do whatever we do. And I really truly believe that he speaks to me and he tells me the good ideas, and I'll take credit for the bad ones. But really, with all that being said, lo and behold, it was so obvious. Sometime I'll start writing books. And I really think the title of most all the books would be "The Easy Stuff is Always the Toughest Stuff to Find." Because when it becomes easy, think of the inventions that you see on automobiles or wherever it may be, everything, all the time. And you could say, well, I could have thought of that. It's all right in front of us. But sometimes it's really, really tough to see. Why in the world didn't we before say, well, wait a minute here. We're located within a rock's throw of 2/3 of the population of this country. Absolutely, we have 4 of the most beautiful seasons on the planet, the most pristine air and waters all over the place. We abound in natural resources like we can't imagine, and you are so good, it's unbelievable. You really are. Why in the world had we not seen that? And then you needed kind of a leader of the band that was just crazy enough to turn a bulldog's butt to the camera and on and on and on. But you needed a leader of the band that could tell the world exactly what we absolutely already should have known. That we are the best. We are the best beyond belief. All you've got to do is open your eyes and look around. Look around at your neighbor, how good a people we are. Low crime, faith-based, good people. The world now has gotten to where it honestly is just this. It doesn't matter what's right and wrong. It matters just what you can get by with. Well, that's not us. It's never been us. And with all that being said, just again, this one step, $100,000 is a lot of money. $100,000 at one time, and I hate to say this, and I'm not dishing, previous administrations, but just think of what we do today. My God, 11, we're talking in hundreds of millions and tens of millions and even billions, you know. And not long ago, we celebrated a ribbon cutting at a Taco Bell in Charleston. That wasn't me. But literally, there is so much happening right in front of us right now, it's off the chart. In West Virginia slang, who could have ever thunk it? Who could have really ever thunk it that West Virginia, of all places, would be on worldwide travel guides? They're saying that's the place you need to go. Are you kidding me? But we knew it. I sure knew it. And I really believe that God above said, okay, this is one of the real things you've got to do. You've got to be able to convince the world just how good all these people really are. You know, the bad jokes have stopped, haven't they? They really have. And absolutely, you are the diamond. Don't forget it. Don't forget it at all. A few years back, I could have come to you, and here's what I could have said. Tell you what let's do. Let's all load up, and let's go to New York City tonight, and let's go to the fanciest restaurant up there and everything. And what would you have thought? Many of you still, even at this moment, you may have thought, and I can understand this, well, what am I going to wear? Then a lot of the next thoughts is, well, you know, those people are really fancy and they're really good and they're really smart and, you know, they don't talk like we talk, and I don't know, I don't really feel really comfortable doing that, and I just don't want to hold my head that high. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're the envy of those people. You're the envy of every last one of them. If they could see this, and they could see what's going on in your neighborhood, and they could see how you live, you're the envy of all of them. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Absolutely. Be proud. Be so proud you can't stand it. And teach your kids to absolutely dream and shoot for the moon and then some. Don't anybody here ever forget just this, that little Jimmy Justice had brown hair and he was skinny at one time. And little Jimmy Justice, every time he ever visited his grandparents, that were my mom's mom and dad, and they were my grandparents on that side, they never had indoor plumbing. And every time I ever visited my dad's mom and dad and stayed with them over and over and over for weeks and weeks on end, they lived in a little house in Copperston, West Virginia. It had one bedroom and one bathroom. Now, literally, if little Jimmy Justice can do this, and our families can do what we're doing all across the board, any of your kids can do anything. Dream as big as you can ever dream. So with all that being said, just keep doing it. If you want to come up here and say hi to Baby Dog, you know, I'll sit right here and we'll say hi to you and everything before we leave. But again, I can never, ever thank you enough. And I mean it. You know, it'd be nice for me to sit here and pat myself on the back and say, look what you did, Jim, look what you did. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Honestly, it wasn't the case in COVID. It wasn't the case in everything we've done. We've all pulled this rope together, and we made it happen. And we ought to be damn proud of ourselves. That's all there is to it. I thank you for letting me pull it with you, and that's all there is to it. We've done good stuff. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Governor. That was awesome. And you know what? Before we could even pull the rope with you, you had to be the guy that provided us the rope and the opportunity to do so. So, again, we can't thank you enough. So, folks, we've got two things left. We definitely want to get our ribbon cut. But before we go over there, while the Governor's got the star of the show actually sitting here, the staff at Chief Logan State Park chipped in and got a little gift for Baby Dog. And to be honest,
Always
it's all,
There's no gift for me. It's always baby doll.
so that's what they told me. Valerie, they're sitting right there with the black shirts on. They didn't want to come up because they were afraid you'd be jealous over the gift. But I told them I'd do it. Valerie, you want to come up and give this
Come
baby
on
doll?
up. Come, where is she?
She's coming.
Okay, baby. Okay, you get a good one, Valerie. You get a good baby.
Oh, a logo, Chief Logan State Park toy.
Look at this, baby. Baby, how about this? Baby?
Oh, busy bode. Awesome.
She'll be into that now. Don't you think she won't? Oh, gosh. Do y'all see how big Baby Dog is? She's on the same diet that I'm on.
Thank you, sir.
Give her one up.
And while Valerie's getting those treats ready for Baby Dog, any of you that would like to try some of the treats over under the other West Virginia State Park tent, please do so. They are courtesy of Chief Logan State Park. And any of you that want to go on this inaugural ride after we do the ribbon cut, please take time to fill out the waiver and get your helmet ready. We will have UTVs available for any and all that want to go on this ride. It's about 4.5 miles to the top and back. It's actually be 9 miles round trip. So it's going to take an hour and a half-ish, maybe 2 hours, but it's going to be a beautiful view and well worth your time. So having said that, Jeff, why don't you and maybe our local senators and delegates come up and let's cut this ribbon.
We need a drum roll. Kind of count it down, Brett.
3, 2, 1, cut.
Okay, you gotta make it happen.